Well, everybody, it's that time of year again. For this video, I will be showing my complete 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD collection. I figured I would make a video showing all three in one video as opposed to making three separate videos for the collection videos that I make yearly. So, I'll be showing the two shelves, which yes, there are two shelves because this is separated. The shelf, which shows mostly DVDs, and then these these four bins, which are mainly miscellaneous Blu-rays and DVDs. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And I am recording this with my camcorder. I got a comment in the last collection video, I believe, and they said that it was too shaky. So I have my camcorder with the stabilization settings turned up to the max, so hopefully this will be a lot better, but I apologize if it's not. So, let's go ahead and start, and this will be like the last collection videos where I just scan the shelves. So, and if I'm going too slow or too fast, let me know in the comments. So my collection has come quite a long way, so it's just crazy to think. I think with the last collection video I made, I was already done with my 4K upgrading, but the upgrading continues with past titles that continue to get 4K upgrades. But I'm glad that I was able to kind of jump on the 4K bandwagon as soon as I could, because there are some 4Ks that are out there that may not be available now. They might be out of print, etc. So now let's move on to the second row. And I can't remember if it was last year or the previous year's video, but I did separate collection videos because I actually had the shelves or the collections on the shelves separated by format. After a while I got sick of it, so I decided to just have them all mixed. But hopefully what you see looks neat. And please again comment below if I'm going too fast or too slow. I think I said this earlier. I never really thought that my collection would grow this much. As you'll see later on, I've had to resort to stacking movies on the floor because I don't have enough room. The shelves are pretty much full by this point. So it's just kind of crazy that it's grown this much. And I will be honest, I've kind of been debating for quite a while about whether I should just stop collecting physical media and move to digital, because I use Vudu in Movies Anywhere whenever I get a movie and it has that digital code inside. So I do use those codes to have the movie digitally, and I've always been debating on whether I should switch or not, but thankfully for the meantime I've kind of thought, you know what, I spent so much money on these, I figured it's best that I just stick with physical media, especially when, you know, there are the debates online about which format's better, and most of the people say that physical media is better. So I think for now I'll just stick with physical media for the near future. And this collection will pretty much be growing and growing and growing because there's quite a lot of movies I still have yet to see, and, you know, who knows. However, there is the possibility of my family and I moving to a new house sometime within the next year or so, because I'm in college, and once I graduate college, hopefully at the end of this year, we should be able to move to a different house, and hopefully this house will have more room, so that I could actually have more room to stack my movies. these next few rows might be shaky because I'm actually kneeling on the ground this time, and so I have to shuffle my feet, or my legs for that matter, in order to get across the whole shelf, or shelves. So, but hopefully you all can still read the titles clearly, but please let me know in the comments if you cannot, and I will think of a different way to make the video better. But lately it seems like a lot of movies have been getting 4K upgrades. So next thing you know, maybe every title that I own will have a 4K title, or 4K option available. So then I'll have to, have everything on 4K. But to be honest, I don't think that's going to happen. I think the chance of that happening is very rare, where every single title on my shelf will have a 4K release. But because it's kind of becoming the new norm, I don't know. But I did see a photo recently that's been showing, like, the amount of sales for physical media, and DVD was somehow bigger in the percentage for titles sold than Blu-rays and 4Ks. So it's kind of strange that DVDs would have more sales than Blu-rays and 4Ks. I can understand 4Ks, but I figured by this point everyone should have a Blu-ray player, but I can understand that's not the case with everybody. So, to me, I like to have a movie in the highest quality available. So I just prefer to have Blu-rays or 4Ks if the option is available. So if a movie's highest quality release is on Blu-ray, I will stick with the Blu-ray. But if there's a 4K option available, I would love to jump to that to be able to have it in the best quality I can. So we're nearing the end of the main titles here. But like I said, I'll move then to the section where there will be titles on the floor because of the limited amount of room that I have. So it ends here with Why Him, and then it moves on to the TV shows and other movie series, and I'll get to that in a second. So I figured I would then show the titles that would come next, but I actually do not have these stacked this way. I just stacked them this way for the video, but I actually have them mainly lying vertically over here. But for the video, I figured I would just do it like this. So now we'll move on to box sets, some 4Ks, some Blu-rays in this row. So there's that. Now let's move on to the final row, which is also TVs, mainly TV shows, but there are some DVDs in here as well. And as I said before, those two Stranger Things releases are homemade. They're official discs, but I put them in Amaray cases. And I did hear that Stranger Things Season 3 is finally going to be getting a 4K and Blu-ray release, so that's great. And I really wish 13 Seasons Why would get DVD releases for Seasons 3 and 4. And The Goldbergs hasn't had a release since Season 6. It's currently in its 9th season, and it only goes up to 6, which is kind of strange. Don't understand why TV shows have not been getting DVD releases for recent seasons, especially Family Guy. Family Guy goes up to 17, and I think it's currently in season 20. So it's just kind of strange to me. Now we'll move on to the shelf, which again I think it's pretty much all DVDs. So I'll just do it this way, where I hover over a section for a few seconds and then move on to the next section. And then you're probably wondering what this is. So my grandparents passed away last year, my maternal grandparents. And when we were cleaning out their condo, my dad stumbled across a lot of VHS tapes. So we took all the VHS tapes that they owned and ripped them to a DVD-R. So that's what this is, if in case you're wondering. It's a DVD. And then this is obviously a lens cleaner for a Blu-ray and DVD player. And finally we have these. So here we have DVDs and Blu-rays that I hold on to for nostalgic value, mainly. So these are the DVDs. And then here are the Blu-rays. Kind of odd to have these, but to me, again, I just own them for nostalgic purposes, or maybe they have a better transfer than I prefer for the one that's on my shelf. So, and then these are the DVDs of mainly childhood shows: Wiggles, Blue's Clues, and then here are other ones such as SpongeBob, some Three Stooges color DVDs. Those Stoogapalooza ones are homemade. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are all of the 4Ks and Blu-rays that I own for this video as of February 26th, 2022. So hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And again, I tried to be as stable as I can, but if you wish that I make a better video, please let me know, and I will do my best to try and remake this sometime in the future. But hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so, and I will see you all next time.